Copenhagen is the 10th most expensive city in the world. But what does that actually mean, and what can a regular person expect to spend living here in Copenhagen? Well, you're in luck. My name is Adam and I like to travel and make videos. And today I will share just how much my girlfriend Sally and I spent a month living here in Copenhagen. We've been living here in Copenhagen for many years, and we've been living here while we were studying, while we had regular jobs, and now as we run our own businesses. We don't make a ton of money or have a huge trust fund or anything, so I will also be sharing everything we do to keep our expenses as low as possible. Oh, and all the expenses that I mention here are shared between, well, the two of us. But let's just start off big with accommodation. And this is definitely going to be the biggest expense. I mean, rents in Copenhagen can be pretty crazy. You can get some government housing or student housing, and there are some great deals here and there, but they are few and far between, and they can be very hard to get a hold of. When I first moved to Copenhagen, and I guess that wasn't actually in Copenhagen, but just slightly outside Copenhagen, I rented a room and paid 5,500 Danish kroner per month for that room, and I shared the apartment with two of my friends. And I think that's pretty normal for renting a single room in an apartment, of course depending on the size, the apartment itself, and the location. But a few years ago, when Sally and I had our normal jobs, we actually bought this apartment here, which we paid almost 3 million Danish kroner for. So instead of paying rent, we pay for loans and maintenance and all that good stuff. So what we pay per month to stay in this apartment, and that's including paying off our loans and utilities and everything, is just about 15,000 kroner per month. And this apartment is, I think, 61 square meters with one bedroom. And if we were to rent a similar apartment in a similar location, maybe we could pay a bit less than we are paying now. So maybe around 12,000 we could probably find something. And if you're looking to rent an apartment with a few bedrooms, you can easily start looking at paying 15 to 25,000 kroner per month. But of course that really depends on the apartment itself and especially the location. So the further away from the city you get, the more affordable it gets. But Sally actually just got home, so I want to ask her why she likes living in Copenhagen and if she thinks it's worth paying this much for our apartment.
So we pay around 15,000 Danish kroner to be staying in this apartment. And if we would be paying rent, it would be, I guess, more or less the same. Like for you, is that worth it to be staying here in Copenhagen?
I think so, yeah, because we are an urban couple, and we like the atmosphere and the whole Copenhagen vibe, and like being in the center where something like happens, and we're close to all of the cafes, theaters. The metro system is so good in Copenhagen. Like we can be anywhere like so fast. It's so good. So yeah, I would say that.
If you could live in any city, would it be Copenhagen or somewhere else?
I think it would be right here in Frederiksberg in Copenhagen. But I mean, I can't say that for sure because I haven't lived anywhere else permanently.
Thank you.
All right, let's get back to it and talk about transportation. Look, we bike almost everywhere. If we have to go a bit far, we might take the train or the metro, but for the most part, we take our bike everywhere, or even just walk. I mean, it's great that Copenhagen is not a huge city, so it's pretty easy to get around and to get where you want just in 10-20 minutes on your bike. And of course, the city itself is very bike friendly, and you'll see a lot of people biking around when you visit Copenhagen. So I think we spend about 200 kroner per month on transportations when we take the train or the metro, and that's about it. Of course, you do need to actually own a bike. I think the ones we have now, we both got as birthday presents, and the bike I had before that, I purchased for like 1,500 Danish kroner. Living in Copenhagen is really cool. I mean, you got all these amazing restaurants, cafes, and bar just around the corner. But the truth is, we never eat out. This is one of those areas where we choose to save a lot of money, as it is just really expensive eating out here in Copenhagen. So we always just cook our own food at home. So all of last year we were actually traveling around the world, but before that we would be spending around 2,000 to 3,000 Danish kroner per month on groceries and all of the household supplies we need. But after we came back home recently, we can really start to feel that inflation that everyone here in Europe has been talking so much about. Especially food and groceries has gone up in price a lot. I mean, I think we buy worse quality food and eat cheaper dishes usually, but now we spend more like 3,000 to 4,000 Danish kroner per month buying groceries and all of the household supplies we need. We also have a gym membership, and I think we pay around 300 Danish kroner for the both of us. All right, then we got like clothing, shoes, makeup products, and everything in that category. This is another area where we really try to save as much money as possible and just buy as little as possible and buy only what we need. So we try to, make use of what we got and maybe buy some secondhand. And I think it's probably Sally who spends the most here, but we will probably spend just about 1,000 kroner per month if we divide it out over the year. Then we got a lot of like smaller expenses like phone plan, internet, insurance, and these kind of things. And if we add all of those up, it comes out to just about 1,000 Danish kroner per month. So in total, we spent just about 20 to 22,000 Danish kroner per month living here in Copenhagen. And just about 75% of that is just for the apartment alone. Now, it is a pretty cool little apartment, but especially the location is very, very nice. We really try to keep our other expenses as low as possible so that we're able to live here and so that we can spend the rest of our money traveling as much as possible. We actually recently just came back to our apartment here in Copenhagen after living as digital nomads for more than a year. And you can watch this video right here if you want to hear about why we stopped living this seemingly glamorous lifestyle as digital nomads living in Bali, Italy, Thailand. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.